Well, specialized medical imaging equipment and AI SaaS-based clinical solutions developer and manufacturer Curvebeam AI is looking to list on the ASX. It's part of an IPO that will hopefully see it raise $25 million. For the detail, Curvebeam CEO Greg Brown joins me now. Hey, Greg. I've got to apologize. That was quite the mouthful explaining what Curvebeam AI is. Why don't you just tell us? I'm an investor. What do you do? Why would I want to invest in Curvebeam?
So Curvebeam AI, Nadine, is a point of care CT device. So it does CT scans for an image. But what differentiates us is that we have a functional CT. So it's a standing CT. So you look at the joints underweight, because when you look at a joint underweight, diagnostically, that gives you a lot more information in being able to understand what is happening in the joint. So not only does it give the power to better diagnose the condition, but also to plan the surgical intervention for the restoration of that function so that you're keeping a balanced skeleton and a balanced weight distribution through that skeleton. And that's some of the key benefits of having this type of CT imaging in the offices of, an orthopedic surgeon.
Can I be cheeky and ask if you just added the AI at the end of Curvebeam to take advantage of all of the enthusiasm going on right now for artificial intelligence?
No, if you look at our IP, the patents range back from 2012, where we were applying deep learning, even when it was well before it was a well-known acronym. We've been very much in AI and image analysis and deep learning AI applications for many years now. But our platform is what you need to get the medical image on which to apply that deep learning AI. So we're all about we're a platform company that's fully integrated both vertically and horizontally. We manufacture our platform out of Pennsylvania in the US. And for every platform that we place, we expand that capability within that doctor's surgery office or hospital setting where that they can fully plan their surgeries. They're able to now cater to the required CT needs that they have for the custom cut guides for some of the robotic surgical systems and some of the augmented surgical systems for guiding surgical cut guides. So this gives the ability that now a surgeon, and this is really ex-Australia, in Australia we work with the imaging chains and centres to deliver that weight-bearing CT functionality and AI solutions, but overseas we can go directly to the surgeons' offices and hospitals, and we can supply that imaging requirement for those surgical cut guides and at the same time give them relevant clinical information around the state of that bone. So you don't have joints loosening or coming out due to aseptic loosening. We can help reduce that by planning that in the surgery, and we can stop some of the post-surgical fractures by also identifying that undiagnosed, untreated fragility.
Okay, and it's my understanding it's FDA cleared. You're
Correct?
looking obviously to target the US market, and that's why you would be manufacturing in Pennsylvania. In your doc today, targeting multi-billion-dollar addressable market opportunities, looking to raise 25 million via this fully underwritten IPO. So what does that 25 million do to make you be able to capture that multi-billion-dollar addressable market?
Well, to date, a large part of the 25 million is all into the commercialization. So we're really an investment into the growth of placing our strategic footprint. That strategic footprint is placing our high rise, our standing CT device in as many surgical or surgeon group practice offices as possible and hospitals and imaging chains. Now, today we had 3 reps. This fiscal year, we turned over $11 million. And we feel that next fiscal year that we're really well placed for growth. We're investing a lot into our internal teams for direct capabilities, but we also signed a contract with Stryker Foot and Ankle Division And Stryker is one of the largest orthopedic players. They have 500 reps on the ground. It's their foot and ankle division. They have 40 regional specialists, and they give us the marketing muscle and the sales muscle to really penetrate that US market. And we're really looking to apply our strategic footprint very much in that group surgical office setting and the hospital settings across the US. And they really give us the punch and the power to deliver that type of penetration into what is a very large imaging market on its own. Then when you bring in the AI solutions, that's a $4 billion market in itself.
Okay, so really interesting. When you think about the type of shareholder base that you have, the type of shareholder base that you're looking for. I mean, how closely aligned is management, is the board, with this business as well? It's really important, I think, for small cap and investors in general when thinking about, whether to partake in this kind of offer.
Yeah, look, it's an important question for any of my own investment choices too, Nadine, and I think that we have a very strong register of institutional investors from 10 Mile to Illawella, Cast Peak, Acorn Capital. There's Capital M out of the US. There's a nice, strong institutional investor base there that supports the company, SG Hiscox. I think the primary question, though, is does the senior management and board invest in the company? I can talk to my business partner and I, who are the senior management. We are $1.5 million of our own cash into the IPO, and that's bringing our own personal investments now to a combined over $10 million of our cash, not sweat equity, cash into this investment.
Okay, look, that's alignment. What do you then, because this is obviously, a product of blood, sweat, and tears, as all of these things are. What is your vision, your ultimate vision for the company? I know it's multi-billion-dollar addressable market and stuff, but what is this going to look like in 5 years?
Look, in 5 years, what I see is that when you look at two of the biggest aging population healthcare issues, two big burdens on that is osteoarthritis or arthritis and osteoporosis or bone fragility. And we're able to not only deliver point of care mass population screening tools, all based off 1-minute scan in a high resolution CT device, but also we'll be able to change the way I think a lot of total joint replacements are planned today. And we're going to be able to reduce the number of aseptic loosening and periprosthetic fractures by bringing the care of two major underserved areas in medicine under one caregiver, that being the surgeon. And those surgeons will be able to better plan their surgery, not only to improve the outcomes in restoration of function for patients, but improve the longevity of that intervention so that not only do the payers benefit, but the patient benefits in the fact that they're not losing or having to have a reoperation done on their total joint because of aseptic loosening or a fracture. So I think we could really change the way medicine is done with our platform and our AI solutions.